Hello and welcome, I'm Logan with All Paths Taken, and this is part 1 of my 100% walkthrough of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. In this episode, we'll be starting our adventure as we jump into the DLC. As always, we are going for every secret, every item, and every boss, so, fellow Tarnished, rise and join me on my quest to become the true Elden Lord. So we are going to start the new game playthrough that we just wrapped up with the 100% walkthrough. We are going to start from Mohg, Lord of Blood. We got to start from his boss arena where we got Mikola in the cocoon, all, you know, bloody and gross. We have our friend here, Letta. She will only be here if you have purchased the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. We're going to talk to her and she'll basically tell us how to enter the DLC. I should mention, I failed to mention at the end of the video, but I did drop a comment about it as well, that if you finish this game and you want to do the DLC, enter the DLC before you start New Game Plus. Otherwise, you will have to come back here, beat Mohg. You will also have to beat Radahn and Caelid before you can come into the DLC. So keep that in mind if you do accidentally enter into New Game Plus. If you did and you followed my playthrough, my bad, that's on me. You can tell me how bad I am in the comments. That is perfectly fine. I will accept the humiliation that I rightfully deserve. But let's start the DLC. We got to talk to Needle Knight Letta.
Were you guided here by kindly Mikola? I am Letta. And like you, I was guided by faith along his honorable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Mikola the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Mikola's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid. Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Anything for you there, lady in the really cool armor with the really cool robes. Can't wait to see you in the DLC. Alright, so this is where we enter. Let's touch the withered arm. Now, as stated in the other episodes, and even at the start, we're going for every item, every secret, and every boss. When I say 100%, we are going to get as close to 100% as we possibly can. That means I'm going to be scouring across this entire world, trying to do absolutely everything under the sun or under the Scadutree as we finally get to see it. Look at that beautiful shot. Like, oh. I don't know how they managed to one-up Limgrave, but to me they did. Like, this is straight out of Berserk. Oh my god. Like, Berserk, if you don't know, is a very dark, twisted fantasy, and this is what I imagine the world of Berserk to look like. Honestly, I really do. Like, just the darkness everywhere, the light coming out of the sky. Oh god, it's so visually beautiful. Like, I really don't know what sight is better between Limgrave or the Great Plains. Like, oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness. Oh, it's so beautiful. Alright, now, a couple things I want to talk about in the DLC. You'll notice that we have the Shadow Realm Blessing. So, you have two different types of blessings. One is the Scadutree Blessing. This is where we need to find Scadutree Fragments. And if you're wondering why I'm saying Shadu instead of Scadu, because Scadu or Shadu is Old English, and that's kind of what they went off of for certain pronunciations in this game. Like the G-A-O-L is jail for Old English jail, obviously. But the Revered Spirit Ashes are what buff your ashes to make them stronger. We are going to find a ton of these. I don't remember how many exactly are in the DLC. I think it's like 50 and 20 or something like that, but we're going to find a lot of them throughout this DLC. We're going to try to find all of them, in all honesty. But we'll see how many we get. Because again, I try not to look things up because I want to make sure that I find everything my way and I don't miss something or do things in a way that's out of order. So, to start the playthrough, I'm going to mention a couple things. The first thing is that we want to go grab our map. And you can see that there's a map marker when we open this little spot, and it's right over there. You can see the pillar from where we are. But you can also see this little dude right up top. This is a curse blade. He's kind of here saying, hi, welcome to the DLC. You are not wanted here. Like, he is a tough little ninja, and he's got one of the coolest weapons that are in the DLC. But, good for us, he's weak to bleed. And yes, you're going to want to get used to fighting these guys, because these guys are very hard. Pretty much everything in the DLC is hard, honestly. I'm not going to lie. Like, I would say for sure, this is probably the hardest DLC they have made in any of their games. I don't know if I'd call it the best DLC because of that, but it's definitely up there. Like, top 2 for me for sure. Like, I think the Old Hunters DLC in Bloodborne is probably better, just because it's a little bit more balanced compared to, like the Shadow of the Erdtree one, where like, whew, starting out right away, depending on where you find yourself, like if this is your first time coming to the DLC, please, for the love of all that is right and just, do not watch this, okay? Watch this when it's your second time, third time through. That way you're not missing anything, you're not spoiling anything for yourself. And it's really, really cool. But we're heading this way and getting scared by sheep. I forget that happens every time. Because we're looking for an NPC. An NPC is over here that has a weapon. It has one of the new DLC weapons. It's called the Beast Claw. And we're looking for him, wherever he is. It's just a naked dude. Where is he? Should be over here somewhere. Ah, there he is. Alright, so this dude has one of the new weapons. The Beast Claw. I'll show it off here once I kill it, or you might see some of his moves, or some of his damage that he does. Oh, God, this build's strong. And if you're wondering, yes, I will eventually switch into a new weapon class. Probably going to use a new weapon from the DLC. I just haven't really decided which one yet. So, we are going to switch. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's the wrong button, Logan. Come on now. We are going to switch to the Beast Claws, and look at this thing. So, it's kind of like your fist weapons, but you get a couple of different moves, and when you have your charge attacks, you get big beast-like swipes. Oh, so cool. So cool. And the Ash of War is just like a big frenzy of strikes. Really, 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 really cool. So, I like them. I'm not going to use them, though, because I have a different weapon in mind that I want to use because of how challenging this DLC is. Now, the next thing we're going to do is just come over here. We're going to start messing up some of Mesmer's soldiers. And then we're going to grab these items over here. Then we're going to make our way towards our first Scadutree Fragment and our first new DLC weapon, or I should say our second new DLC weapon, which is another Greathammer. I love how the dogs look in this DLC. Like, they look way different than the dogs in Elden Ring. It's because of all the flames. It's so cool. Very, very cool. We also got a fun axe to use, the Mesmer's Soldier's Axe. Alright, but right here, all we are going to do is come in. You can kill somebody, but honestly, this dude's the one we want to fight. We want to fight him outside, because if we do get too close, the other soldiers will actually aggro. So, these dudes essentially are the other, kind of like the knights from Lane Dell, or from Carium Manor, or from anywhere throughout of Elden Ring. But now they got a big hammer, but they're still very, very weak to a buckler parry. Which, honestly, is how I recommend fighting them. Because they do hit really stinking hard. Again, everything hits really stinking hard. I should also mention that I don't think I mentioned it very well when I was talking about how the Scadutree Fragments work. The Scadutree Fragments are similar to the prayer beads in Sekiro, where essentially they buff your stats. So in Sekiro, if you beat a boss, you can raise your attack power, and if you find 4 prayer beads, you can raise your health and your posture. In this game, the Scadutree Fragments basically buff all of your stats. So it'll increase your health, mind, endurance, strength, dexterity, intelligence, faith, arcane, all of your other stats will be changed, along with your damage will also increase. But it'll only be increased when you are in the Shadow Realm. When you move into the base game of Elden Ring, it will not be changed. It'll be what it is normally. But we're going to come over here, as we have a few more soldiers to kill. Man, I'm going to find all of their garb before I even get out of this area. My goodness. Oh, good move, sir. So you can see these dudes use the Ash of War a lot more often, and they've gotten a very more aggressive Ash of War compared to what the base game is. But we wanted to come over that way for a Blessing of Marika. Now we're going to hug this side, as I believe this waterfall has a little entryway behind it, if I'm thinking correctly. And guess what? I'm not. So we're going to kill this dog, as this dog can be a pain in the butt. And then we're going to come over here and kill a few more of Mesmer's soldiers. So we actually want to kill this dude first, as he's got a horn who will alert everybody. And we don't want to alert everybody. Man, I think I am going to get all of their garb. My goodness. Alright, then I believe we only have one item over here that we want. If you are going to try crafting a lot, make sure you're paying attention to things like these different butterflies that are around, as they'll let you craft different things with the heavy pots that we will eventually grab throughout our time here in the DLC. But now we are going to simply follow the cliffside up. We're going to hug the right edge of the cliffside. As when we get near the top, just want to make sure there isn't anything over here, because I didn't check. Okay, we're good. But as we near the top, we are going to hug the right edge again and follow it around, as we will find our first Spirit Ash as well. If you've never played this DLC, I cannot stress this enough. Please, 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 experience this DLC for yourself. Don't watch it. If you're going to watch somebody, like, you're just going to spoil the amazing views and all of the cool enemies and everything that's really, really amazing in this game. Because I'm probably going to talk about it way earlier than you're going to know what I'm talking about. Which to me is a big spoiler. So I would not recommend it. I really, really wouldn't. It'll, I don't want to say ruin the experience, but it'll definitely dampen it. And I don't want to dampen your experience of this very good game. Like, the DLC is basically a full game. It is not, let me say this again, it is not just a DLC. It feels like a brand spanking new game. But we're going to keep hugging the wall over here, because we want to get a next little Scadutree Fragment, which is this dude. Right here in the sparkly jar. So, once he dies, we got to grab our item. Was there another item over there? I can't remember. Nope, no there is not. But we're grabbing our item, and then we are going to run over here as we get to the Scorched Ruins. And the reason we're going here instead of to the other one is just a little bit closer, and it gets us a little closer to our next little fighting section that we're going to do. So, Shadow Realm Blessing, we'll use the Revered Ash. That just boosts our summons that we can use if we decide to use them. And there we go. Very good. Very, very good. Alright, now we're going to go through these Scorched Ruins. So, as we come through, we're going to head down this main road. We did aggro a couple of dogs, but it's no big deal, because our first item that we want is right up here. You can give me what you got. There we go. And we have the Hefty Cracked Pots, which basically is just another throwables, but it's like a big bomb all the time. Dude, you're so annoying. Leave me alone. There we go. Alright, who's throwing stuff? Is it you? Is it somebody up top? I don't know. Then we're going to come up the stairs. Ah, it's you! Mean. Very mean. Then we're going to grab our cookbook. Now, as far as the rest of the items go in this area, there's really not much other than just some craftables. But I will show you this one other spot that has a few more things that we can do. It's just right up here. And as we come around the corner, we just follow it the only path we can take to keep going up. Wow, okay. I'm just gonna step on your head real quick. No big deal. Nothing like playing Mario in Elden Ring. And then we're gonna come up to this platform, and we should, somewhere, head to a chest. And there should be another item around here somewhere that we can see. Ah, yes, that's what I was looking for. So we're gonna head backwards a little bit. And there we go, for calling finger remedy. Very nice, very nice. Now we can backtrack where we were so we can get our talisman. This talisman's pretty cool. So after, I believe, every crit, you have increased attack damage. So if you're somebody who's going to play a lot of parries, a lot of crits, when you're fighting certain bosses, which I highly recommend in some cases, because there are some bosses that are, whew, they are tough in this DLC. So the Blade of Mercy talisman would come in handy. Alright, where is it? Want to show you what I mean. Just want to make sure I get everything right. Ah, there it is. So, raises attack power after each critical hit. It lasts for like 20 seconds, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then we have our last item to grab right over here. Alright, the Scorched ruins are done. Now, there are a lot of items that are left out in this open world, so we're going to take a lap really quick before we get to our next grace. And I want to go grab a couple more Scadutree Fragments around this little area before we start fighting bosses, because I cannot stress enough how strong all of these enemies are in the DLC. Like, the Black Shadow enemies, yeah, they're kind of weak. Even when we face them later in the game, they're still kind of weak. But they hit like a truck. And that's the dangerous part, is they hit like a truck. Like, even now, with these enemies here, they're not doing that much damage because I'm doing a lot of damage. But man, do they get difficult. Now, this is a weapon I might switch through later in the playthrough. I don't know where this weapon is. Hang on, I gotta find it. Right here, the Backhand Blades. This is the weapon I used on my first playthrough of the DLC, and it was so much fun. Like, it was so much fun. The Ash of War is outstanding. Like, let me just show you. So, two-handed, big dodge with a big thrust. Oh, so good. It is so good. So, I cannot recommend that weapon enough if you're going to try to do this with a dex build, because man, it's fun. You can also farm that Curse Blade we saw. That is right over here by our map piece, like right there off that pillar, for his Backhand Blades as well. So, keep that in mind. If you really like the Backhand Blades, you can get his. His are the Somber Stone variant, so they will not be able to switch the Ash of War with it, but it does have pretty good bleed damage, and it has a unique Ash of War. So I do recommend it. It's a really fun weapon. Because after I spent all that time farming for it, it was a lot of fun to use. A lot of fun. So you can kill those bird enemies if you want more upgrade stones. All of them drop a variety of stones. Like, some of them drop smithing stone 3s, 4s, 5s. So it's up to you if you want to grab them. But for right now, we're just kind of running around, making a big circle, grabbing what items we can find quickly, and then we will go from there. I believe over here we have another Ash of War, which is why we're going to head this way. Then we're going to take another left, and we are going to head to our grace. So, strength builds, rejoice. You now have a stupidly brokenly strong Ash of War with Savage Lion's Claw. So, what it is Lion's Claw times 2. Eventually, I will strap that on the weapon of choice that I want to use for the DLC, but I have to farm for it a little bit, which I am going to do off camera. But now, we have finally made it to our next grace, and we have a few NPCs to talk to. Be sure to grab the Empyrean Blood Virgin, and then we can talk with our 2 NPCs. So the NPCs in the DLC, some of them are pretty good. Some of them, honestly, they're okay. Like, there's nothing special about them, in my opinion. But some of them are pretty cool. Like, Hornsent over there, I think he's awesome. This lady, she's okay. She's somewhere in the middle.
Ah, Lady Leda spoke of you. You're that tarnished. Guided here by kindly Mikola. Weren't we all? I am Freyja. I once fought alongside General Radahn. In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own. Oh, another thing. Did you speak to our dour little friend? If you've yet to do so, have him give you a map of the Cross's whereabouts. You'll find more of them dotted about these lands. They are Mikola the Kind's footprints.
All right, then. So, the crosses she's talking about is right here. So, kind of a cool little symbol, honestly. Like, again, I've mentioned this a couple times on stream, which, again, I stream on Saturdays. You guys should check it out. It's pretty cool. But I stream on Saturdays from noon to 3, and I was mentioning the other day, like, I want to get some tattoos from my favorite video games. My favorite video game is Bloodborne. I want to get the Hunter's Mark on my forearm somewhere, or somewhere in general. And I think if I were to get a tattoo from Elden Ring, this would probably be what I would get. Mikola's Cross, because I think it's so cool. It's just so unique and different. Like, if you've played the game, you know exactly where it's from. It's cool. It's way cool.
Treading the heels of Mikola. Then, as that woman would surely say, we are in our purposes well aligned. But understand, your kind are not forgiven. The Erdtree is my people's enemy. By Marika long betrayed. Set aflame. I believe Mikola's apologies when he says our delivery will come. But never will I see your kind as worthy. And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Mikola it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Mikola. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
Well, thank you, good sir. Alright, so before we go anywhere else, since we did get another Scadutree Fragment, let's see if we can buff ourselves one more time. Nope, I guess I only have one. Dang it. Alright, we are going to now head up top, and we're going to explore above the Great Plains, as there's one section above that we can go do right now. It's kind of a cool and unique area. It's got really creepy enemies, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if you're somebody who likes vampires and the way vampires should look, in my opinion, not the sparkly vampires from Twilight, this area is probably for you. I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty cool. But we got one more or two more NPCs to talk to, and we got another Scadutree Fragment to grab. Here is Ansbach. My favorite NPC of the DLC. What an amazing good boy.
You must be the Tarnished. I am Ansbach. Formerly in service to Lord Moog, but now, like you, another soul guided by kindly Mikola. I'm hardly the steady hand I once was. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation. To discern tender Mikola's ultimate purpose. I'd rather not volunteer service to a new master unless I know that I can be of use. May I request a service of you? 6 crosses identical to this one have been discovered in these lands. They are akin to tender Mikola's footprints, or gravestones, which mark what he's left behind. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikola is doing here. If you discover any, be certain to... I presume you just what kind...
Alright, so, real quick to talk about Ansbach's questline. I'm assuming, again, you have not played the DLC, or you have not had, or you have had things spoiled for you if you have not played the DLC before, this episode or before you found my video. But the final boss is Promised Consort Radahn. So essentially Radahn was kidnapped by Mikola in order to basically come back stronger better, powerful, all of it like him in his prime. And Ansbach was a servant of Mohg who eventually was corrupted by kindly Miquella's power to essentially serve and worship him. And Ansbach wants to know what kindly Mika is doing here, right? Like, he's under his spell. He's going to serve him, but he wants to know why he needs to serve him. So it's very important that he finds all of these crosses. And the reason I'm going about this is because way over here in this corner of the map, when we expand it again with this new map piece, there's going to be a castle, the Shadowkeep. If you get too close to it, you will lock yourself out of finding lore answers from this spot. So we are going to try our best to make sure we don't do that. Also, this dude is a pretty cool dude. So let's talk to him and check him out, what he has to say.
Hello there. Together, we work. Together. For Miquella the Kind. Many things we have found.
All right. What a man of good words. So we're going to buy the Ruin Arcs. But these are all just craftable things that you can use. And then this is a note that you can get. I don't remember exactly what it is. Oh, it's about Spirit Springs. Well, that's pretty easy. You don't need to get it if you don't want to.
I like finding things. For you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the Forager brood. Things bring joy to all.
Alright, so the Forager brood is important in the DLC as well. Depending on how you wish for one boss fight later to go, and how often you want to buy things from more, it would be a good idea to not kill any pests you see that are just minding their own business. If they're not attacking you, don't attack them. Just a good rule of thumb. Like, we're going to find one of the Forager brood up here on our way to the new area where I will show you how to get, in my opinion, hands down the strongest weapon in the goddamn game. Like, it is so brokenly strong, you are going to sit there and laugh and be like, wow, I am the boss now. Like, that's how strong you're going to be in one hit. It is an absolutely broken weapon. And it's a hilarious weapon as well. It's not one that you would think. Like, it's not a big sword. It's not a giant... it's not a giant axe or anything like that, or a spear or a staff. It's an arm. Literally an arm. It's amazing. It's hilarious. It looks like a giant turkey leg. But these dudes up here are the ones that have the weapon. You can see them holding it, and we're going to go on a route real quick to try to kill all of them. Because we want at least one. If we can get two, my goodness, we are never, ever, ever going to die. Because we're going to hit things so much. And we're going to hit things so hard, it's going to be ridiculous. But these dudes all have the Bloodfiend's arm. And they are the Bloodfiends, the vampires that I was talking about. So, really cool enemies. They have a very unique combo, very unique look. I like them a lot. And they use a lot of blood incantations, which is cool. Alright, so we got one over there, or two over there to kill. Now we got one this way that we're going to kill. And we got to head this way, as I believe there's another Sparkle Boy up here. And I think one or two items. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, there's Mr. Sparkly Man. Ow, ow. No magic. No magic. Ow. Everything hits so hard. Got him. Alright, but we can grab our Glowvort. We can then kill Mr. Scully Man. And then we can grab whatever they drop. How many of them are there? My goodness. Stop it. Ugh. Alright, now that we have done that, we can start dropping down. So if you're going to farm for this weapon, I should mention, all you're going to do is just come up this way. You don't have to go kill that dude. I like killing him every now and again. You don't have to go that way once you grab the Scadutree Fragments, but you just come this way, right to about here. You drop down, and then there's one more over here that has the little turkey arm that we're using, or the turkey leg. And then we're going to head towards the town as well. Isn't there a pot? There is a pot. Okay. Also, you crafters, I had somebody ask in one of the comments, am I going to show you where all of the cool crafting stuff is? The answer was if enough people ask, or in this case, if the game provides a good thing for me to show with crafting. Meaning in this case, that we don't have to farm for craftables. So, see that pot? Shoot the pot with a bow. And then we're going to run and grab our bell bearing. So there, if you want string, you now have string. But to finish our farming route, we're going to head this way. As we go through, before we head into town, we have a couple of Bloodfiends to kill. And a dog. And there's one. And then we got this dude over here as well. And there's even more Bloodfiends in this area. But again, if we're trying to go like a farming route where you can go quickly and effectively, it'd be a good idea to make sure you just stick with them. We also have our second Revered Ash. Or Revered Ash, whatever it's called. I can't tell. I'm dyslexic. We know I can't read. And then we have a couple more enemies in here to kill as well for the farming route. And that's pretty much it. And honestly, if I don't get the Bloodfiend's arm right away on this little run here, I'm probably just going to do another few runs until I eventually get it. Just because, like, that weapon is stupidly strong. I used it in one of my later attempts in the DLC, like after I beat it my first time and I was on New Game Plus. I used it after that, and oh my god. I thought these two weapons I was using are ridiculous for bleed builds. But like, no, that weapon just deletes the game. Even without a lot of Scadutree Fragments, it's just a ridiculous weapon to have. Alright, so you can see all of the Bloodfiends. The ones, again, that have the turkey leg are the ones you want to kill. Oh, I got a weapon to drop there. Or a string. Ooh, cool blood. Alright, let's kill you, because you're going to die fairly quickly. Was that the weapon? Yay! The Bloodfiend's arm! Woo! That is the turkey leg. That is the weapon that is redonkulously strong. There's the turkey leg. But if you put bleed on it, it has 0 bleed as of right now. If you level this puppy up, you scale yourself to strength and arcane, you can get like 200 and some bleed off of one weapon. So the charged attack here does a big spray of blood. That does extra bleed on top of it. So you're hitting way harder than anything should with bleed just with that weapon. Like, to give you an example of what I mean, on Promise Consort Radon, 1 to 2 charge attacks, depending on how you have your scaling and your flasks and all the other stuff that you might have done. 1 or 2 swings is enough to get that dude to have a bleed proc. Absolutely nuts. Like, it is a ridiculously broken weapon to use in this game. And there are several bosses that are that follow that like same weakness where they're weak to bleed. So honestly, if you want a second one, it is a 1% drop rate. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let you know that I was wrong. The Bloodfiend's arm is a 100% guaranteed drop from the one that I killed to get it. and you can't get another one until the next game. So, sorry about that. I lied. I spoke wrong. Please don't hate me. Please don't yell at me in the comments. I can hear all of you guys tapping in all caps. You're a liar. I've been farming for hours. Okay, I was farming for hours. Literally, I farmed for 2 straight hours to try to get another one to drop. And then I finally looked it up, and sure enough, it's a 100% drop rate from that one enemy in Prospect Town. And you can't get it until the next playthrough, or somebody drops it. That's like a friend or someone drops it in your game for you to pick up. That's the only way you can get to. Otherwise, you're just going to have to wait until the next New Game Plus cycle in order to get a second Bloodfiend's arm, and then you can really just be goated. But anyway, back to your regularly scheduled program. From the Bloodfiends that have the hammer, I believe that one is always a guarantee, but if you want a second one, it's a 1% drop rate from all of the other Bloodfiends you saw around here. So keep that in mind. If you want a second one, that's how you're going to have to get it. It is very, 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 very rare. But there is a reason for it. And that reason is it already gives you one. And if you get a second one, it's just going to be stupid to try to kill everything. But for now, what we're going to do is kill the remaining ones that we have not seen yet, just in case it does actually drop us another arm. Because if that happens, I'm switching right now, and we're going to be broken for most of this playthrough. Oh, it's string. Oh, never mind. Bloody flesh. Now, a couple people are probably asking, are there any more larval tiers? What if I use them all in New Game? There are more as well in the DLC, so don't worry too much about it. And this is a pest from the Forager brood. So do not kill them. Talk to them to get cookbooks and other goodies. They are very helpful. Alright, let's go down here now because we got some more enemies to kill. Then we can grab some more items. And then we are going to follow this path, as I believe we have a few items along this route. I might be wrong, though. I might be thinking of a different area. Also, giant rams. They are my favorite animals in this game. Hands down, my favorite. There's a part later in the game, if you've played this before, you know what I'm talking about, where they are just absolutely adorable. I love them. Like, I love you. I love you. You are adorable. Right there, yeah! That's what I love! The little lightning ram. It's so cute. It's so cute. Alright, let's see. Do we have anything up here? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't check up here. I completely forgot to check up here in my walkthrough. I was like, oh, I gotta go up to make sure I find everything. But I'm gonna go down first, because I'm pretty sure that's a secret area. But little did I know, there's a secret area up here, too. We have our next picture, or our next painting. Then we can head back down, as I believe that's pretty much it up here. Also, I should mention, if you're going to craft some important stuff like giant hefty fire bombs, it'd be a good thing to make sure you grab red mushrooms. Anything else over here? Other than mushrooms? Oh, hey, a bear. So, that is the secret area that we are going to go to here in a minute. So I believe it has another Scadutree Fragment. And I believe another invasion? Question mark? I don't remember. We'll see. I know I could very easily just check my notes, but that's what readers do, and I don't read very often. I only read gigantic novels and amazing series by Brandon Sanderson, the Stormlight Archive. And Mistborn. The Mistborn series is very good, too. So if you're a reader out there, or if you're like a dude who loves fantasy video games, and you want something that has that same kind of feel, honestly, those two series I could recommend. But now it's time to get ambushed by another Cursed Blade. Ow, good move, sir. I mistimed that. Illegal. 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 Oh my god, I thought I was dying. Woo! What'd you drop? What'd you drop? Ooh, wrist guards. Cool. I thought you were going to give me my weapon already. If you did that, I'd have a really tough choice to choose between the backhand blades that you drop and the turkey leg. Alright, but we get our talisman. And I believe that's it from over here. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, yes, there's an armor set over here. That's right. That's right. That's right. I remembered. No yelling at me, please, people that know more than me. I mean, you can yell at me if you want. It's okay. Alrighty. Here is our armor set. It is our Oathseeker set. And if you can tell, it kind of looks like Needle Knight Leda's armor set. Pretty cool. Alright, so now we have basically cleared out all of this section up to this point of the game. So now we're going to head back to the Gravesite Plain as we want to actually set a marker right there so we can go to a boss fight. God, this view is so good. Like, even in the fog. It looks so good! I love it! Alright, but now we're going to head to our marker. You know, honestly, after I beat this boss, I might switch to my turkey leg, I'm not going to lie. Because we got a couple of things left to do, and one of them requires dealing a lot of damage per hit. And this build is good at stacking damage, but it doesn't really do good at hitting hard once, you know what I mean? So we're going to come to this graveyard, and we are going to actually have our first boss fight of the DLC. That is optional. You do not have to do this, but you get a pretty cool armor set, and you get a pretty cool weapon as well. It is basically Guts from Berserk. So what I mean by that is Guts from Berserk has a really big sword, and he has an automatic crossbow. And that's basically what this dude has. When you walk in, he's going to spawn in. It's going to be a spirit that looks like one of your summons that you could possibly have. And he will spray perfumer bolts that explode up on impact. And he'll do it in like an automatic fashion. It's pretty cool. Then his sword will have a really, really cool, unique Ash of War. It's kind of like a shoulder bash into a swing. And then he'll follow it up into like a wind slice that shoots an actual projectile. It's pretty cool. Other than that, he's pretty simple, pretty basic. You can parry him. That is how I am going to try to fight him, just because I like parrying things, and I think that's harder than trying to just fight him straight up. But he does have a high amount of poise, so be on the lookout for that. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good for me. Got him. Ow. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's the Ash of War. Oh, I got the order mixed up. It's Vacuum Slice first, then he dashes into a shoulder bash, and then the swipe. Whoops. My bad. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Godskin Peeler has more bleed. That's why we're using it, y'all. Got him! We'll see how fast bleed procs, even with just parrying. Man, I need to... Oh, that was quick. I need to nail that first parry. Yeah, there we go. Oh my goodness, I am just staggering him continually. I am amazing. I'll heal too. No. We gotta be close to another bleed. Ow. I wish I could do that. I rolled! Liar! Lies! Alright, I'm back. Wow. Well, this ain't it. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. That was so bad. Like, I know for a fact this dude would have been dead a long time ago. If I just stopped parrying him and actually did what my build was all about with bleed and extra damage and all that. But like, that's boring. Ow. I'm terrible. I'm bad at video games. Just kidding. I am a legend. No. No. No, that's illegal. Oh god, that was so close. I hate that. I do that every time, thinking that I'll get it. Oh, love the bleed proc. Love the bleed proc. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. No. No. We had the same idea. Got him. Ow. Ow, stop it. No. Got him. Got him. Oh. Got him. We're almost there, baby. Like 3 more parries and I think we're there. Woo! Woo, 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 woo! The offset parry. Beautiful. Oh, jumpies. No jumpies. That's illegal. The bleed. The bleed. And then a little weak thrust to kill him. Because, you know, why not? Why not? I beat him, finally. But we get his really cool sword. And then we get his armor. Really, really fun. Really fun playthrough. I like his stuff a lot. He's got a lot of goodness within his build. But now we only really have one little section left. And I'm tempted to leave it for Belurat, which is what we're going to do next. But it's still part of the Great Plains, so I think we'll do it now. I think we'll do it now. So we're going to go 3 paths across Grace, and then we're going to go explore a village, and then we're probably going to end the episode with another boss fight. That's not it. There we go. That's not what I wanted at all. Boom. There we go. Back to normal. Alright, so now we are going towards the Great Bridge, but we're going to head to the north. We kind of crossed a little bit into this section earlier to grab Savage Lion's Claw, but again, not really needed as of that moment, or we didn't need to do it as of the moment. I just wanted to show you ahead of time. So if you are a strength build and you want to really unga your bunga, you might as well get the biggest unga bunga around. So we're going to come through here, turn right and fall down as we want to go under the bridge for a few different items over here in the shack. So we got Furnace Visage, which is very important for, I believe, a Furnace Pot, which is very useful when we're trying to fight the Furnace Golems, which we will need those Furnace Pots for, I believe, 3 different Furnace Golems later in the DLC. A couple of them to wake them up, and then a couple of them to do massive damage as we cannot fight them and scratch and claw at their little toesies. So the next thing we're going to do is come over here and follow this little cliffside, as it should lead us to another ash. Yeah, so we got one item here. There's going to be a boatload of flies. Honestly, with this section, I'd say let's just grab and go, because the flies in that little bit are very annoying. And we come up here for another item, and we just simply come this way until we get to our grace. Then we're going to come back through the village to grab the remaining items, but if we die, we have to come all the way back, so let's get the grace first before we go anywhere else so we don't die. I'm going to rest to reset the area. We're going to use our blessing that we just got. Oh my goodness, I got another one. I forgot about that. Alright. And now we're going to head back into the village as we are going to start fighting some gross flies. Alright, so from here, in one of these shacks, there is an item. Perfect. And then we want to head up to the top of the hill, as there's going to be another item up there on that wooden plank to the right top of the screen. It's on there for but a moment, but that wood plank, as you can already see, there's just an itty-bitty item over there that we want to go grab. Now, when you get up here, you will see a shadow enemy walking around. We want to kill him first before the flies, as he buffs all of the flies around, so they will continuously heal, and they heal pretty quickly. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool how they did it. So we want to grab the talisman up here. Basically, it prevents you and just gives you higher immunity, so you don't have any status effects or ailments happening to you as often. Alright, then we are going to circle a little lake down here that has a dragon around it, or inside of it. It also has one of another new weapons of the DLC, a new weapon category. So again, we're just heading this way, trying to find all of the little goodies. I believe we have another item in here, and another fly. Yep, another cookbook. Then we can just follow the edge around. You can kill the dogs if you want. I recommend it, as there is an item that's in the way, but you can also just grab the item and move on. But again, we're so strong, it don't matter. Then we're going to come this way for an armor set. We will have to kill some birds. Don't worry though, these birds are not like the birds in Limgrave or in Stormvale Castle or wherever else they are, like in Farum Azula. So, you can just Hayuka Kukri, then they'll come down, and you can kill them right away. There should be one or two more that will drop. We just got to grab this item first. Ah, there we go. Oh, beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Alright, so I believe we got the Ancient Warrior Bird armor. Oh, my armor sets. My goodness. I gotta sell some of these duplicates that I got. Alright, where is it? Should be here somewhere. Right there. So, kind of a cool armor set. Just makes us look like a grave bird. So, kind of unique, kind of cool. Now we're gonna keep circling our lake, as we will eventually come to a jail. The jail we are not going to do this episode. I'm actually going to save that for the next episode, as it is the Belurat jail. I'm just going to get this grace now, so next episode we will either start here or we will eventually come to the Belurat jail. But as we're basically coming up on an hour here, I still have a furnace golem to fight, and I have a boss to fight. So we're going to go do that and end the episode. So next episode, we'll probably either start in Belurat Jail, or I will make dang well sure we get Belurat Jail done in the next episode, as it is a relatively longer jail or cave system. It's definitely not something that's real quick, in and out, done in 5 seconds. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to head up this way to the south, because I believe there's another item or two up this way. Or is it around the grave? I can't remember. Aha! I knew it. And then once we get over here to the cliffs, we have basically made a full circle, as right up there was where we picked up Savage Lion's Claw. And since there's no more items, we're going to make our way towards the Great Katana and the Dragon Boss. So, this Dragon Boss is really strong, hits really hard. Also, it's probably not a bad idea to kill these dudes. Ow. As, depending on where the dragon goes, they can get involved in the fight, and some of them are really annoying. But how this dragon fight works, basically, it is undead, so it will not succumb to bleed. It can have frost proc on it as well. You can see it is a skeleton, which means it will have undead magic or Ghostflame magic. It's really, really cool. Generally speaking, it is a revamp of the moveset of other dragon fights. So it's a little bit faster, a little bit different, but honestly, it's not too bad. I think you'll do just fine. Same kind of concept when we fight it. Try to stay near the head, and we will go from there. Let's take my flask. I just missed a lot of opportunity to hit it. That was my bad. I was talking. So, Ghostflame, just walk underneath its head. Oh, gotta go by its feet on that one. What? What? I couldn't roll? Why wasn't I allowed to roll? I took... Oh, God, that was dumb. That was so dumb. I will mention, these dragon fights are a lot more unpredictable, so they are harder. They also add really annoying things to the fight that I just hate. And I'll explain more about that when we... Nope, that's not the right way. I'll explain more about that when we get to the second dragon fight. Because the second dragon fight is definitely the worst. Like, oh my god, it's the worst. It is the worst dragon in any video game. I will say that without a shadow in my mind. I'm already ready to crash out. I am already ready to crash out. That tells you how annoying that dragon is. If haven't even fought it yet, and I'm already crashing out over it. Let's grab my runes before we start this fight. Miss me. It's a lot of damage. Come down here. 2 thrusts forward. Oh, I jumped the wrong way. Good move, sir. His kick will also do some Ghostflame. If you dodge it right, you'll be just fine. He's going to shoot some Ghostflame at us again in a sweep. Ah, I was early. Oh, I whiffed. It's unfortunate. Stop doing that! My goodness! Like, you have other moves. I know you do. Dude. Dude. Why? Oh, now he's buffing himself. We got to get away before he sprays Ghostflame fire on us everywhere. That's fine. You do your thing. Surprised we haven't gotten the stagger yet. Like, my goodness, I am surprised we have not gotten the stagger yet. I rolled the wrong way. That's fine. Yep, I was early. Good move. I'm used to being farther away on that move. I disagree. Don't tell me I was still in the animation when I wasn't. Finally, a good move. Oh, we're so close. There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. So the benefit of killing these dudes is definitely worth all of the nuisance that they provide, as we get a Dragon Heart and we get a Somber Stone. So, Very, very useful. Make sure you do fight those dragons when you actually have an opportunity to. But now, I think what I am going to do is warp to Liurnia, and we're going to switch to my turkey leg so I can take out the furnace golem. So, BRB, everybody. I got to upgrade that thing, and I got to switch my build around. There we go, baby. We now have one of the most broken weapons in the game. Look at that. 200 bleed per swing. Ugh. And we put Savage Lion's Claw on this thing. Oh my goodness. This Furnace Golem is not going to know what hits him. Not gonna know what hits him. Alright, so before we do anything else, we need to make sure that my shield, which I've already passed because I'm dumb, is in the right slot. And then we want to change our talismans around. We want to change our stuff around. So let's see what I come up with for flasks. I think with my physic, we're going to switch this to the charge talisman. Where is it? Where's my charge talisman? Yep. And what's this one? Consecutive attacks. Nope. Don't need that. Ooh, that's not bad. Break enemy stances. Interesting. We'll do stamina. I like more stamina. Alright, so how these furnace golems work. Oh, I should level up really quick. I'll explain while I'm leveling up. But basically, when you're fighting these dudes, the furnace golems, they will do a boatload of different moves. If they see you from far away, they will do a big fireball storm and chuck it at you. And chuck fireballs at you. They hurt really, really bad, just so you know. So you don't want to be seen when you're going to a furnace golem. You also, for most of them, are going to be hitting their legs, and so you can either fight locked on if you want or not. I typically don't, unless I'm having trouble keeping them in camera. If I have trouble with that, then yes, I will definitely need to do that. Oh, yep, we got to make sure we are out of the way from that. I try to stay in the middle of their feet. I just realized I also did not switch my talismans around. I should dive so I can do that, but that's fine. You can jump over their attacks, but what we're trying to do is stagger them 3 times to get them to fall over. So, we want to make sure that we are between the legs so we just get stompies. If we see that type of a move, we want to run away and then jump as they hit the ground to avoid the shockwave. If you do not get out of the way, you're gonna die. And if you don't die, that's impressive. I'm jealous. Because if you don't get out of the way, it hurts very bad. There's number 2. Whew! Just got my stamina back. That was beautiful. I forgot to switch my talismans around. Almost there for a 3rd stagger. We gotta be, right? There it is. So now that he's down, we can run up here. Oh, please, no. Oh, no, don't do this to me. No, don't do that. Oh, come on, game. You're a liar. No! Oh, that sucks. That's awful. That's awful. That's awful. That's awful. That's awful. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. I hate this game. I hate this game. Terrible DLC. Terrible DLC. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I will never forgive this game for doing that to me. I did nothing to deserve that. And this game's like, no, you don't get to do anything like that. That's, nope. Why would we want you to stagger this giant furnace golem? We want you to spend 30 minutes just sitting here dealing with 2 attacks, maybe 3, and going from there. God, that's frustrating. Oh, I'm getting obliterated. Oh, I forgot he has kicks. Look at that. Oh, well, this is gonna hurt. Why am I not running? Woo! Okay. Oh, that's a grab. You gotta watch out for that, boys and girls. Oh, I'm getting blown up. Yep, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Oh, hello. I didn't realize that was happening. Is that number 2? I think that's number 2. So every now and again, this one hasn't done it, but every now and again, you will see them do 2 steps in a row or 2 stomps in a row. So be prepared for that nonsense. Oh, well, I'm getting obliterated. Woo! Okay. One of these days, I will stagger him to the point that I can actually do some damage. Is that it? Finally? Did I finally earn an actual visceral? And will it be enough to actually kill this thing? God, I hope so. Oh my god, no! That sucks. That sucks so much. Because now I have to just kill this thing. Oh. Oh. Finally. Oh. That sucked. But we get our own little Sekiro tier, which is pretty cool. This allows you to deflect every attack. Pretty fun, pretty cool. And then we get a Furnace Visage as well. But I think we are going to end this episode here. In the next episode, we will either be in Belurat or Belurat's jail. Probably going to start with Belurat's jail, as we're going to take on the first half, or the first legacy dungeon the game has for the DLC. Then after that, the plan is to go through other hidden areas before we go through the next legacy dungeon, which is Castle Ensis. And then eventually progress way later into the other areas of the game. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you do like it, as I think this is a fantastic DLC, even if there are gripes that I have with it, which I'm sure I will cover as the DLC goes on. If you are not a subscriber to my channel and you've watched my videos a lot, please make sure you just click the subscribe button. That way you get alerted when I do go live on Saturdays for live streams where I play this masterpiece of a game, and we do different challenge runs, or I just might decide to do a casual playthrough. But either way, make sure you check that out, and if you subscribe, you get notified. You will also get notified when I upload videos. I will be uploading videos every week. 2 videos a week, one on Tuesday, one on Fridays, just like I did for the 100% walkthrough of base game Elden Ring. So if you want to see everything this game has to offer and experience everything this game has to offer, make sure you guys subscribe so you can stay tuned for every part of the playthrough. The first part of the playthrough was a big success. I got a lot of great comments from wonderful people saying they enjoyed the videos, or they found something new, or they learned something new, and it was awesome, and honestly made me smile a lot that I could do that for you guys. So if there is anybody out there who's not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, stick around, and maybe you can join the fun and learn something new about this masterpiece of a game. So that's all I got for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, everybody.